Yo, everybody. Hope you guys all had a great Ash Wednesday. I was going to get ashes on my forehead, but I missed it at work. So, I just signed up to do my second half marathon before I even did a half marathon, before I even did my first one. It is going to be totally off the hook, off the chain. This is going to be awesome. 2 and 2 months. Like, I got one in March, and then I got one in April. I can't wait to show off my medal. Not show off. I can't wait until I get a medal for those 2 races. And you know what? I can't wait to put the glory of God in my runs. And I gotta learn how to do intervals of training because my time is exactly the same when I do 5K runs. So, running is just freeing. And there's 2 things that make me closer to God. Actually, 3. One is the song, Fail My Feet, or something like that. That is when I feel God the most. Is when I listen to that song. I don't care what has happened that day. I don't care what I've been through. I don't care what I'm doing. When I hear a certain verse on that song, my whole outlook changes. It's funny how God can make somebody do a song and then turn it into something that draws that song closer to God. And when I go to church and when I run. So that is that. And you know what? God should be your first love. You should love God more than you love yourself, more than you love your boyfriend, more than you love your parents. God should be your first love. And you should spend time with God. Praying. If you're happy, sad, mad, angry. There's times when I've been angry. And I just say, God, why did you let this happen to me? And then all of a sudden, my anger was free. Doesn't mean I get angry at God sometimes. That's the beautiful thing about God rather than people. God can handle your anger. God can handle anything you throw at him. He'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you. He'll never steer you in the wrong direction. He lets bad things happen so we can learn lessons or so we can draw closer to him. I truly believe he doesn't stop things because he wants us to draw near him. Without the bad stuff, some people would not draw near him. Without the good stuff, we wouldn't be able to thank God. I truly believe everybody is on this life for a mission. I truly believe that my mission is to teach others about God and to run and to clean a hospital and to be a personal trainer. Anyways, new subject. I cannot wait until the summer. Running club, kayaking, maybe learning how to paddleboard better. Maybe, I said this last year, but I never did this goal. Learning how to surf. I never surfed. And don't forget to do something on your bucket list. That was one thing on my bucket list. Is that, and another thing is to do a half marathon. And you know that being single isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like one of my friends, I'm not going to say who, was like, you're missing out because you don't have a boyfriend. You know what? You're missing out on getting to know yourself better. And you're missing out on knowing who you can become. And you're missing out on loving yourself first before a boyfriend. So if you think your life sucks, just remember, there's a way up. There's a way that you can get out of whatever's holding you or bothering you. Just with a little hope, a little prayer. So don't try to commit suicide. There's somebody out there that cares about you. It's the Lord and Savior. Ask him in your heart. Ask him to forgive you. Trust me, I know what it feels like to commit suicide, or try to. I've done it. I've done a lot of things I regret. But you know the one thing that was there through my suicide? Was God. Even when I was drunk. Every bad thing I've ever done, God was there to save me and to forgive me. All you have to do is ask Him in your heart. I've had to forgive people for doing stuff. But most recently, I had to forgive somebody for breaking my heart. That was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, was to forgive my ex. Doesn't mean that the pain's not still there. Doesn't remember some days I don't remember and just get sad. It just reminds me that God is constantly in our life and that God can heal any wound. And don't let the devil get to you. There was times when I'm still depressed over what happened. And the memories. There are still times when I see people that remind me of my ex. I'm not completely over that kid, but you know what? I know through the Lord and God and Savior that one day I will truly forgive him. I've forgiven him, but I haven't fully forgiven him. Like, you can half forgive somebody. I still have work to do on that, but I'm getting better at it. And I let go of my anger towards him. So, yeah. That's all I want to say. And don't forget to have private moments with God. Like, where you don't tell people. Or you don't need to tell people everything you tell God. And you don't need to always talk about the Lord all the time. And I'm sorry if I do that so much, but actually talking about the Lord can be a good thing, because you can bring other people to Christ, but you can also not bring them to Christ. But it also shows to God how much you love Him. But if you only pray in front of people, that means you don't have a relationship with God. That means you do it for show. Anyways, have a nice day or night. Bye.